What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? What is going on? People out in YouTube land. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Keep me in the algorithm. I'll go with them. Algorithm. That's how we say that. That's how you pronounce that. I could be pronouncing it wrong, but hey, this is YouTube. All right, so let me go ahead and loop this music for you guys. Turn it down just a tad bit because I think, if I recall, one of the last videos I did, the music was kind of overshadowing me speaking. So we really don't want that this time. What we want to do is I want y'all to be able to hear me. Now, I'm sure if you hear, you saw the thumbnail. Yes, you saw that thumbnail, and I don't even know how that girl messed up her knee before the reunion, or was she the one that was outside fighting with the other skinny girl? I don't know. But let's get down to this reunion because I did watch the first part of the reunion, and there was a fight. But you know how the Zeus Network does their reunions. They spend most of their time in the first part of the reunion really talking more mess than they already were on the internet, on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, and all that other good stuff. That's what they usually spend their time doing. And that is what usually the first part of the reunion consists of. So I will never review that because there's usually nothing in it. It's usually in the second parts and third parts of the reunion when all the action goes down. And of course, soon as we get our recap, right, of what happened in that first part of the reunion, then we go into the opening credits. And as soon as the opening credits go down, all hell breaks loose. All hell breaks loose. We got Lucky and Daisy fighting on their own against Jocelyn's, I guess, two new minions that can't fight because to me, they both got their behinds whooped. You heard it here. To me, they both got their behinds whooped. That girl, Danny, tried to be a ninja and jump up in the air, but Daisy kind of leaned to the side and she still missed. And Daisy was getting with her. Daisy was standing 10 toes down. Daisy was not a punk. Like her or not like her, I'm going to be honest. First season, when I saw her in Jocelyn's Cabaret, I did not like her, but I got a lot of respect for her because at least she came to that reunion and stood on what she said. Whether it was bullshit or not, we really can't say that because we weren't there for all of it. You don't know what's actually going on in the background. And then you don't know if this is all orchestrated to build up for this reunion. So with those facts in mind, I'm saying it like this. Daisy stood 10 toes down on that reunion. She got with people. People got hurt. And Lucky got with anybody who wanted to give her smoke. Lucky got with everybody who wanted to give her smoke. That other little girl who is a really good dancer, but she got her ass whooped. Lucky beat her behind. I mean, Lucky had bruises and scratches all over her like she had been in a car accident. And Miss Ninja wanted to jump in the air and kick and miss. She was beat up pretty bad too. So while everybody is having this backwards narrative on Instagram and all the other pages, those two girls, no. They were trying to do what Raven, Diamond, Lollipop did last season. And it didn't work because they got their ass beat. They got their ass handed to them by two people. And the bad thing is that Daisy was still looking good in the lace suit and the boots, the high heel boots, and still fighting. And not once did she take them high heel boots off when she was fighting. That's a real hoe right there, I'm telling you. Not once did she take off them red high heel boots to fight. This hoe was still fighting in them damn boots. That's why I got to give Daisy credit where credit is due because she didn't take off none of her shoes. That's how you know she a real hoe. Straight up, that's how you know Daisy a real hoe. She didn't have to take off no high heels to fight. She was fighting in them damn heels. She's just like, what? She ran over in them heels and still was doing her damn thing. I got to give her credit where credit is due. She still stood 10 toes down, even in them red high heel boots. I was dying at that. Now, as far as Jocelyn, from what I saw from the previews for this episode, it looks like Jocelyn's going back to what she does best, play victim, about situations that she puts herself in. But that's her ticket to fame, to play victim. And then it comes out in the reunion that there was a problem because she stood by Big Lex in the whole fight situation. You know, that fight that happened a few months ago. And Jocelyn went to jail, and now she's got charges from it because she was hitting police officers and stuff like that. Yeah. So, and Lucky stood by her friend. And Daisy and Lucky, to me, from what I know and the history of them, they are not cool like that, but they came in there, the targets, because they were there from the last season. And there's always that friction between somebody who comes in that is from the original cast that was actually popular, and you have these new people because they want their shine. So they feel that the way they're going to get their shine is to do their big one on the OGs. But Lucky was handling her business. Danny, the girl with the braids and stuff like that, that was jump air kicking and shit like that. That last fight they got into it, she got her ass beat by Lucky. Lucky handed her ass to her. She did. For all them people want to say, oh, those two girls ain't. But yet they were sitting on the couch all bruised up, face messed up. Lucky and Diamond weren't. Lucky and Daisy weren't. If you notice that. And Daisy didn't even need the wig. Daisy got her own long hair. But she had that shit braided up back because she know them bitches can't do nothing but snatch wigs. Especially Danny. So, and for inquiring minds who may have not seen it yet, Yummy P actually had a good wig. She must have went to the good wig shops in the Detroit area, or she finally paid some money for a real wig, because I used to live in Detroit, and I'm going to tell you something. The wig she was sporting throughout this whole season, I'm just wondering what wig shop was she going to, because all the wig shops I've been going to in Detroit, I ain't never seen none of them raggedy ass wigs that she was wearing. So I don't know what to say about that. But yeah, and then there's a lot of other stuff that Jocelyn said too, and I was just like, womp, 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 womp. Yeah, we heard it all before. You're trying to do this, that, and the third, and it's been 15 years. Okay, so let me get something straight, Jocelyn Hernandez. You went from being on VH1 to being on Zeus after 15 years. Let me say it again. You went from being on VH1, a bigger network that reaches a lot more people than this streaming service, and this is how far you've gotten in 15 years. To me, you hustling backwards, girl, because if you had any sense, you would have stayed with VH1. But just like I said, now she's going back to playing victim. I worked so hard. And granted, I will give her credit in this reunion, because the one person that was not even around was Ballistic. So I'm glad somebody had common sense enough to tell that ninja to stay way in the back where can't nobody see you. You cannot be involved. That was good. And another thing that was good too, she was not involved in the fighting. So I'll give her credit on that too. She learned how to just be the host and let them get into it. I mean, that's what she needs to learn with being the host of the show. You're not supposed to be fighting the cast. And that goes for Natalie Nunn too. You're not supposed to be fighting the cast. I get tired of that. But all in all, I would say it was a pretty decent reunion. They had their fights. I think this was better than the last. I mean, it's better than the last season 3 reunion because there was just so much violence and people truly actually got injured that should have not gotten injured. It got far too out of control, and I'm glad at least this time around for Jocelyn's Cabaret that they had some more control on the situation, so that did not go down, because had that went down again, I mean, we're talking about, you have to understand that these streaming services that film and stuff like that and do this, I mean, you have to have insurance to do that. And after a while, if you have too many incidents that cause people to sue, you can't get insured in any studio to film shit. You know? So with that in mind, though, all in all, good. It actually was a more productive reunion than I've seen lately from, I would say, shows like Jocelyn's Cabaret and Baddies and stuff like that. There was some type of resolution. I mean, basically, people agreed to disagree and not get along. Hey. And for also inquiring ones too, just like I said, Natural and Yummy did not get into it. Natural was cool. Natural was cool. She was just like, listen, I'm not here for all that. Natural took this as a true opportunity for herself to boost herself and her career. So good for her. I mean, I've seen her on her Instagram and stuff like that. So I'm extremely happy for, most of all, Miss Natural to see her come back big. And she actually did her big one really without even fighting anybody. I mean, she got her lick back on Yummy, which was only fair because I'm sure that was part of the stipulations that was in for her to come back, that she had to be able to put hands on Yummy. And we got the peanut gallery, my cat, coming over here crying for no reason at all, humming and all that stuff, but we just gonna ignore him. He's just trying to be all in it, you know. So, but all in all, it was good. I mean, I just have to say, Lucky and Daisy on their own ate. They ate. Those two little skinny girls tried to run up, but Daisy's a real hoe. She not taking off no high heels and no high heel boots that zip up all. I mean, these high heel red boots that she had went up to the top of her calf. So you know they zip up. So it's not like she could, like a real G. She stood her ground and would still beat people's ass with them high heel boots on. I'm telling you, that's a real hoe. That's a real damn hoe right there. I'm telling you, oh my goodness. I got to find this woman's Instagram and give her a shout out, because whether you disagree or agree with her, she ate. She ate. She handled her business. People want to run up and she gave them something to run up into. And that's just facts. Just facts, just facts, just facts. I'm not going with this narrative because people get on Instagram and I don't know if it's bots or whatever, or people just dumb. I just be wondering, what show was you watching? What show was you watching? Because these little girls had to put on tennis shoes to be able to run up on somebody, but Daisy had some high heel red boots up to her calf and didn't need to have no tennis shoes on to run up on anybody. So who's the real bitch here? Who's the real bitch here? Not them little girls that just want to try to be the next Raven and Diamond. You know? So we'll see. I'm going to safely assume, because this was actually, I would say, a better and successful season because there was more dancing on it, that we can expect a season 5. I think they're probably going to run this for maybe 2 more seasons. And then I would expect that maybe they would, they're probably going to try to put this on hiatus. But then again, it could be a year or 2 before we possibly see another season of this. So we'll see how it goes. And then we don't know what type of stuff Jocelyn herself has coming up that they could start filming another show. if it seems like I'm stepping back from it, I'm kind of in my kitchen doing stuff, make myself a cup of tea. And so, but yeah, all in all, it was good. Just like I said, at least it was a resolution to agree to disagree, and either they like each other or they don't. And I mean, it looks promising that maybe later on down the line that if these girls were to be on the show again, there might be some beef at first, but they could possibly get along. So it was all good. I mean, but all that Jocelyn crocodile tears, I just wasn't going for it, because you want to play victim now. You know, and you notice she started playing victim as soon as somebody brought up the fight with Big Lex. That's what I noticed. As soon as she was able to get Lucky and him off the stage, she started talking about, I've been doing this for 15 years. At least she stopped saying 10 decades. I think she got mad at me on a Facebook post I made about the 10 decades. Because I said, 10 decades? So you mean that you're almost as old as Cicely Tyson? Or you've been in the business longer than Cicely Tyson? Girl, please just stop. Stop. But all her playing victim and this and that and the third. Yeah, but see, now I will give her credit though. Just like I said, she wasn't involved in the fight. So she has grown. She has gotten better. Yes, I hear you. Can I finish my show, please, Kat? Oh, you ain't got no. Did you eat all your food? Oh, okay. Well, he's crying because he's hungry. Oh, come here. Hold up a second. You want to say something? You want to say something, kitty? You want to say something? Or you just want to walk behind me and keep crying? Huh? I had an orange cat. He's just a hot mess. Yeah, but yeah, I just wasn't into her playing victim, because after watching the Big Lex fight, who the hell is you calling victim? That's what I remember. That's all I'm saying. But if we recall all the stuff, a lot of stuff from VH1, she'd be talking tough, and next thing you know, she's playing victim. So she's gone back to her role of what she does best, and that's cry, cuss people out, and play victim. Make idle threats, and all that good stuff. But just like I said, all in all, better than season 3. Thankfully, no one got injured to the point where they needed to go to a hospital like season 3 reunion. So all good, all watchable, all interesting, and that's it. Now I'm gonna go into the second episode of South Central Baddies. Now some of these girls are newer, so I don't know who they are. But I will say this, I'm not gonna spoil this. Well, yes, I am going to spoil it. Cash and Ivory got into it, and it's like this. Cash, girl, go somewhere, because listen, Ivory a G. She has fought with the best of the best on all the shows that she has been on. You ain't about that life, Cash. Have about several seats in the back, because that girl will wear you out, and she will keep going and keep going and keep going. I remember the last show Ivy was in, she was high and drunk and still beat a bitch ass. So Cash, just leave it alone. I mean, I read that probably there's an episode coming up. They look like they're in the same house. I think the episode after this, we can expect them to be someplace different, because apparently from what I read out there in the internet land and the Instagram land, or possibly heard from other content creators, that they had to go to a Motel 6 and then find another Airbnb because they got put out. So we'll see how that works out too. The place looked nice, but I mean, how nice is it going to last if they're going to be fighting in there all the time? At least in the season 4 of Jocelyn's Cabaret, she was smart enough to put them women in the basement and let them fight. They had that finished basement they was in. I think it wasn't a nice house, but that was the basement when Daisy and that other girl got into it. They was in the basement. So at least they made them go down in the basement and mess up stuff that couldn't get messed up, and not upstairs all in a nice house. And the things that kills me about these houses is that they be acting like, oh, this is my house. This is my house. No, that's your house for the show. You do not live there. I have seen that condominium that Jocelyn stays in. She don't live in any of them type of places. She may make money, but she ain't making money like that she can afford any of the places that they have been staying in throughout all these shows. So they need to stop with that. Like, they got all these different houses and properties. From what I understand with Jocelyn, her money, it's like she got auto pay. All her bills are paid automatically out of her checking account. So, girl, let's just stop with the lies. Stop with the lies. Stop with the lies. Tell it like it is. Tell it like it is. You want to talk about you're a real bitch? A real bitch would be like, well, this ain't my house, but this is where we're shooting the show at, and you still gotta do what's right and not mess it up because my name's on it. Now I understand that. All that BS, my house, not a girl, bye. You couldn't afford any of the places that y'all be filming at. Let's be real. But anyway, as far as some of the other stuff, I'm lagging here because my schedule is very, very early mornings. Very, very early mornings. So right now, I'm doing very, very early mornings at my job. So, but the consolation is next week in Minneapolis, it's supposed to be fairly decent. So we'll see if we can add another piece to the Chronicles of Joyriding in Uptown Minneapolis. I'll see what I can do. Ain't nobody been joyriding out there since that last installment I did. Because I primarily do in my surrounding area, because on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights, and sometimes Sunday nights too, that's primarily when it's hopping over there, because that little area is always hopping in Minneapolis. So, and I live right around the corner, literally. So that's why it's easy for me to catch that stuff going on. But who knows, we might catch some stuff coming up, going on, because the holidays are coming up. So there'll be some people out there acting a fool, and hopefully I can catch it and bring it to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm planning on doing. But if I do not reach out to you guys before Thanksgiving, well, I'll go live Thanksgiving, hopefully, because I will actually have that day off. I have one errand to run, and then I'll be back in. But for those who don't drop in and be a part of the replay gang, I hope you have a nice Thanksgiving. I hope you have a safe Thanksgiving. And remember, there's always somebody out there in need. So if you know somebody who's going without, I'm not saying give them every dime in your pocket, but at least find some way to help them. Find some way, point them in a direction where they can get some help if they don't have a meal for that day. You know what I'm saying? So, but at any rate, I'm going to sign out because I did talk about South Central baddies a little bit. Just like I said, Cash Girl, you're trying to make a name for yourself, but you keep on getting your butt beat. And Daisy is the star of the third season, her and Lucky, because this woman was fighting in them red high heel boots and didn't have to take them off once. But that's it. That's all. Peace and blessings. Peace and hair grace. I'll see you on the next live. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, like, comment, and subscribe. Keep me on your algorithm. And also, too, help fund a YouTube studio for me. And the information you need to help with that is up on the screen for you if you would like to do so. But for right now, if you can't do that, liking, making a comment, and subscribing would be great, 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 and great. Always, always, always. But anyway, also too, maybe during the holidays too, I'll be able to catch up on some of the other nonsense too, like Krishan punching that guy out and breaking his nose and chipping his tooth. I don't even know where to begin with that nonsense. It just doesn't make any sense. It don't make no sense. So, oh, and then also too, we got the Iron Claw coming out in I think it's like right before Christmas. And then as far as Star Wars, for some odd reason, they haven't announced a second season for Ahsoka, but the Acolyte that hasn't even aired yet and is not really airing until next year, they're already starting a second season. What type of nonsense is that? Disney be backwards. But anyway, I'm going way off subject because just like I said, I cover a plethora of different things. I have different interests besides the beef sector and reality shows. I like this. So, but anyway, I got to sign off here because I got to get ready for the morning and go out and do what us regular folk do, is work. But just like I said, peace and blessings, everyone. Have a good night. Have a safe night, and we'll see you next time.